Don't disturb me again. I must find out how I can track this ghost down. Is that so hard to understand?
Someone is speaking in a language I don't understand. Could you perhaps translate for me?
Of course I can do that, ma chère. But I have more important things to do. The ghost that is causing havoc in the church must be exorcised.
Can I help you? I get on well with ghosts.
Yes, I can see that. You have enough ghosts here. But our ghost is much more unusual. He doesn't like being seen. So we need a few tricks to lure him out of his resting place. So while he remains at large, I won't translate anything for him. And this could last a few years.
Can you also take confession?
I used to take holy confession. Unfortunately, the confessional is broken, so I can't take any confessions at the moment. It's a pity.
Excuse me for interrupting. The curtain is missing, so the confessional seat can't really be used. A most beautiful curtain.
Just repair the confessional box. I hardly have any time for confession. I'm sure it can't be too serious, so...
I am responsible for the death of my sister.
Oh dear.
I was meant to be looking after her during a train journey, but we quarreled. She provoked me. As her older sister, I was responsible for her, but I was so angry with her. I told her I didn't care about her and that she could get lost, and she did. She never came back. I went looking for her, and I saw the door to the last carriage was open. She must have climbed out, and then surely jumped to her death. I told my parents that she had been too quick for me, and that I had wanted to save her. After that, I could never look my parents in the eye again.
My child, that is indeed...
Thank you, Father. I'm ready now.
So, that wasn't too bad then.
Prepare the confessional box. I hardly have any time for confession. Come on then, Mr. Pirate. How many were there?
What?
Ships. How many did you sink?
Well, I can't give you the exact figures.
Count the crews then. A rough estimate of numbers will suffice. Then I can add to the rosaries as you're confessing.
So all of them?
God is listening and waiting.
There were none.
May your sins be...
Yeah, I was never on the high seas. Is that so hard to believe?
Not on the high seas.
I didn't even have a ship. I immediately start getting seasick if I'm not at the helm.
Are we to believe this?
I only ever sat on the harbour, imagining how lovely it would be to board these magnificent frigates that sail in and out every day.
My son.
Will you pardon my sins?
What sins are you talking about? Be off and stop wasting my time. Just prepare the confession. I hardly have any time for confession.
I hate confessing.
What can I do for you, my son? Please, hurry up. I hear you, my son. What would you like to confess to?
Well, there really isn't very much there.
That is very nice to hear. May your sins be.
I've no other questions, I think. Yes, I think that really helped.
Let's go then.
Wait, there was something.
Wonderful, but please be quick, my son.
A guide to finding ghosts. I should definitely read that. There's a description here of the old church ceremony of how to bring on my ghost. It says, baptism is the surest way of attracting a ghost. No being from the spirit world can resist this ritual. An unbaptized being should receive the benediction of our Lord with holy water. Under no circumstances can this ritual be interrupted. Otherwise, it will have been a complete waste of time.
Does it really say complete waste of time?
Yes. That's what it says.
Anyway, so who among us hasn't been baptized? I don't think ghosts count.
I've been baptized.
And the Pope surely has been. The same goes for his assistant. Well, who or what are we to baptize?
Father, forgive me. I am a worm.
We cannot change what we have done, my son, but we can accept it as part of who we are. Then we can stop doing the things we don't like about ourselves and do more of what has made us proud.
It's good to know that you can have achieved nothing in life and still not feel like a failure.
And do more of what has made us proud.
I despise you even more, little man.
How can one person have so many sins? There just aren't enough rosaries in this world.
The holy water basin is empty. Confucius?
Ah, you again. What is it?
Can you bless the holy water?
Is there still some water? Strange. Well, I shall do my job then. I bless you.
Give it here. You can't play it anyway.
Well, you seem a nice enough person. What drove you to the Scottish Highlands?
What drove you here?
This place is supposed to be haunted. That's why the parish sent a letter to Rome, and Rome sent me here to check up and keep an eye on things. I've come direct from the Vatican. I'm a good student, and I don't want to let my teachers down. So I must find out if there really are some invisible powers at work here. I don't actually believe in ghosts myself.
How are you trying to find out what the ghost is up to?
Rome has given me the instructions of how to perform an ancient ritual, but you need this organ, and it's broken.
enjoy working here?
Oh, it's really quite nice here. You have peace and quiet. The air is good. I have a lot of time to read.
You don't exactly have much company here.
Rome has sent me on a very important assignment.
It's much warmer in Rome than it is here.
Well, all right. Things could really be a lot better, but I don't want to complain. I am in the service of the church, after all. Yes, I am a bit lonely. I don't have anyone I can talk to about personal things, problems, if I had any. I'd love to talk to someone again who knows and understands me.
Maybe I can find someone to keep you company.
How? The next village is 10 miles away. What drove you to the Scottish Highlands?
I need some help to translate a foreign language.
I'm quite busy at the moment, and I'm not a language expert. But behind the vestry, there are a great deal of dictionaries in every language you could think of, both living and dead.
I'll just keep looking around.
It would be so nice if I had someone I could tell all my troubles to, even if it was only a teddy bear.
Frustrated that you
Magnificent
can't
being.
chase after
Thank
women.
you. Now I won't be alone. Oh, please.
Ah, there you are.
Good gracious.
You can just call me Mr. Hyde.
Now the poor lad has lost his mind.
At last, we're talking in person.
Had we been in contact by letter or what?
At last, I can tell you what I find really annoying about you.
Annoying? But Mr. Hyde, I don't want to annoy anybody.
There! That's exactly what I mean. Stop fooling yourself. Release your inner demon.
Don't use words like that in God's house.
I think they should sort that out amongst themselves.
Ha! We all know what this is about.
Peace on earth and goodwill to all men.
A baptism? Now
Be
this I
quiet.
have to see.
We want to lure a ghost to us. And now touch the hand puppet, Confucius.
Stop! Stop! What's going on here? Are you insane? A thing like that in my church? A damnable sock? What in God's name are you up to now?
Damn, he's screwed up.
We were so near to enticing the ghost here.
So all our efforts were in vain.
Ah, this pathetic ritual. I must have gone through it 100 times, but nothing has ever happened. You have the ritual, but what you don't have is the formula for the source.
What source? What formula?
You can find the source of the ghost fairly easily. You just have to play these notes on the organ.
Let me have a go.
Yes, of course. Why not? I've been trying to get this useless organ to work for years, and even if we manage to do that, she can't produce the right notes. It's a sequence of notes that only the very old organ in Rome can play. Good luck to you, huh?
My dear friend.
What are you getting at exactly?
The music
What am
would
I
come out
getting
here,
at?
if anyone
I
made
only
music.
want the best for you.
That's not quite how it came across.
That was before
Don't
I
forget
was
Confucius can also
baptized.
transform into steam.
I see things in a completely different light.
Okay, Mr. Hyde. I'm listening.
Firstly, I don't find the name that appropriate anymore.
So, what would you prefer?
Something more polite, perhaps. And
The
something
music
which is
would come
more
out
fitting
here,
for a
if anyone
minister
made
of
music.
the church. I'm thinking of calling myself Dr. something.
Oh, yes.
Dr. Jekyll. Yes. That has a
Snip.
nice ring about it. From
Snip.
now on, I want you to call
Snip.
me Doctor.
Snip.
Very well. It's all the same to me.
Fits like a glove.
Now
Fits like a
let's talk
glove.
about your
Fits like a glove.
mischances and
Fits like a glove.
Well, if you insist.
Of course I do. You want to have a fulfilled
I
life.
am a little
don't
genius.
you?
Of course. But
My dear friend.
what are you getting at exactly?
What am I getting at? I only want the best for you.
That's not quite how it came across.
That was before I was baptized.
Who would have thought? The trumpet fits perfectly.
Different light.
Okay, Mr. Hyde. I'm listening.
Firstly, I don't find the name that appropriate anymore.
So, what would you prefer?
Something more
It seems to be
polite,
broken.
perhaps, and something which is more fitting for a minister.
Excuse
of
me
the
for
church.
interrupting.
God gracious.
I'm thinking
yes.
of Dr. Jekyll. That has a nice ring about it. From now on, I want you to call me Dr. Jekyll.
Very well. It's all the same to me.
So, now let's talk about your missed chances and new opportunities.
Unfortunately, I can't see a thing. It's far too dark down here. I'll bring it back sometime, perhaps. So, who lies buried here? Pope Boniface? How can this be? Is he? I must talk to him.
Yes, what is it now?
We found the ghost.
I'll believe it when I see it. Where is he?
You were the ghost.
Nonsense. Go away.
We can show you your vault.
Surely not. My vault?
Your name is on this sarcophagus.
You're starting to give me the creeps. So where is this thing exactly?
I'll show it to you.
So, it is true.
You died here over 100 years ago.
That explains my long memory. But I don't look anything like one of you.
You must be kidding. You just don't want to believe it.
100 years? What have you been doing here all that time?
I've been protecting the door. Twice already. I can't think of a reason why I should be punished for that.
We'll soon find out. How have you been protecting the door, old chap?
Show some respect, please. I am the Pope, after all.
Not anymore. Out with it. What's all this about the door?
Well, there was a witch hunt, and the mob drove a witch here. She knocked on my door, asking the church to protect her. Grant a witch the protection of the church? I thought it was a ridiculous notion.
So you didn't open the church door to that poor woman?
You left the woman to the mob outside the door.
Well, that was what happened. Strange. And for this deed has my soul found no peace.
Does that surprise you?
Just a moment, wait. Didn't you say earlier that you protected the door twice?
Yes, the same thing happened again, only quite recently. A girl knocked on the door. She was shouting that she was being chased by a man with an axe.
Emily? Was she alive? So I never... Wait. So you didn't let Emily into the church as she was being chased by Ethan?
When you say it like that, it sounds like it was a pretty wicked thing to do. But I thought protecting the door from evil men was my duty.
Considering the fact that you continue to haunt this place, perhaps your duty was different?
And what?
You should have made amends for your past mistake.
Are you quite sure about that?
Emily was your second chance. You should have let her in.
Yes, I do believe you're right. But I didn't do it.
Her ghost is still out there. You can still do something.
Really? Oh, I will do something. Tell me what I must do. I'll come with you until I can save the girl. Now I know that this is my purpose in life.
Such a sudden change of heart. I'm still skeptical.
Confucius says, don't cut off the hand that is offered to you in peace. Or something like that.
Let's go and look for Emily.
So Emily didn't die. Did she never fall out of the train? I was in no way to blame.
What in hell's name is happening
At last,
to me?
there's someone smaller than me. Well, now you can make yourself useful and translate what Emily's ghost is trying to say to us. I don't think you really have what it takes to do it.
Yes, he's just blowing his own trumpet.
You incredulous fools. I speak all the languages known to humankind, animals, and even the dead.
Oh, sure. Like animals can really talk.
Anyway, most of them have more upstairs than you have.
Oh, stop this. There's a ghost out there who needs our help.
There she is. I'm ready. Let's get started. Very well. If I have to do it, Lord, then I shall. I am helping this girl to atone for my guilt. Never again will doors be shut for those who need help.
So let's go right away. Or do we have to hold mass first?
Yes, just get a move on.
She says she's really frightened, and you must help her.
Well, I could have told you that too.
And, she doesn't like me that much.
No great surprise either.
Emily, how can I help you?
Long ago, a train. She didn't fall out.
She isn't. I didn't.
She was kidnapped by a man. She struggled and scratched one of his eyes out.
That scrawny, one-eyed beanpole.
Ethan kidnapped her?
The professor's henchman. He must have stolen her for some grisly experiment.
So where is she now?
Her body is not conscious, and her ghost is hiding here. She wants to return to her body.
How? How can I bring her back?
How is she supposed to know that?
Hey, nobody asked for your opinion.
Confucius says your spirit is strong, but we can't take it with us.
She wants just one thing, to return to her body. She's very, very cold.
We need to ask someone for advice. Someone who can tell us how a ghost can return to his body.
She wants to run away again.
Wait, Emily, don't run away. What? No, Emily. What do we do now?
We must consult the Oracle again. We should return to London right away. There's only the little problem with the derailed locomotive.
Where on earth is the locomotive driver? Where earth is the locomotive driver? William, you have to lift the locomotive back onto the track.
I'm sorry, but I'm not as young as I was. I can't do it. Now that I've realized I've never achieved anything in my life, I'll never revert to my old self again.
So you big sissy, now you just listen to me a minute. There's one thing you must know. You may be an oversized lump of wood with bad manners, but in spite of it all, you're a really splendid fella.
What did you say?
I won't take back anything I've quite rightly said about you, but I was a little hard on you. You often helped us out when the chips were down.
Well...
You saved Mary from certain death at Tower Bridge. We wouldn't be here now without you. You're a wonderful friend, and you don't make rash judgments about other people like I do. Will you accept my apology?
Do you really mean that?
Of course, your bird brain. Shall we be friends?
Friends? Ha! Sure, you little brat.
And will you get us out of this awful mess?
Awful mess?
The train. Have you forgotten already, numbskull?
Oh, yeah. Right. Now then, we'll have to see about that.
Confucius is lost for words.
A nice chap, that pilot.
Hey, pygmy ghost with a shady past. You'd better shut your mouth, otherwise you'll be keelholed.
Come on, William. You can do it.
Go for it, big man. We have faith in you.
Wonderful.
You hadn't lost faith in me.
And now, back we go to London. Surely one of you lads must have wanted to be a locomotive driver.
Let's go to the Oracle, or before that, we could visit that crackpot Chinese shop owner and help him with his special assignment. We can go to the Oracle in the theatre, or we can help the Romanian. It's your choice. Take your pick. That's just what I like.
I can assume the form of different states of water.
The motley crew is back.
So, Captain, did you enjoy your holiday in Scotland?
That was no holiday. It was...
Sorry, I wasn't referring to you when I said Captain. I meant the young lady.
Hey, but I'm...
Okay, Oscar. I'm certainly not the leader of this crazy bunch.
Okay, whatever. We found out that her sister may still be alive.
Yes, her ghost is hiding, but she wants to return to her body.
You don't say. Perhaps she's in a coma. Unconscious. Had that occurred to you?
Yes, you could be right. Maybe she has been given some medicine.
What now?
What do you mean, what now?
What are we supposed to do now?
How are we supposed to know that?
You're the Oracle, aren't you?
But we're not on about the Oracle nonsense again, are we?
Now look, we have our own problems here too. We've still not worked out how to perform the play right through to the end.
And so we'll never be released.
Why don't you go away and have another holiday somewhere far away?
Yes, in Transylvania, for example.
Yes, a place where many ghosts seek refuge. You're bound to like it there.
Ghosts seek refuge there?
Yes, and they also talk to people, to gypsies in particular.
Gypsies in Transylvania. There you have it. I've heard they can even catch the souls of the deceased and keep them in crystal balls.
Do you mean to say we can catch Emily's ghost in Transylvania?
Exactly. And there's a lot more we want to say to you.
And now be off with you. There's sure to be all sorts of ships at the harbour that will gladly take you anywhere, especially away from us.
That's very good advice. Thanks for your help. Maybe I can still save Emily.
They're a nice bunch, in a way.
Pah!
Shouldn't we tell them about the disappearing souls?
Of course. All in good time.